Welcome back to Savor the Flavor. With us today is Chef Larry Delgado from House Wine, and now you're gonna start on our sauces.
Yeah, we're gonna get going with the simple tomato sauce. We'll start off with some olive oil. We put quite a bit in here, otherwise known as, I think we determined that chingos is the right term. Now we're gonna let that olive oil heat up on a low heat while we slice some garlic.
Okay.
So you add as much or as little garlic as you like, depending on how garlicky you like your dish. It's important to cut those nice and evenly, so everything. You know, a lot of times, a lot of cooks will use some jarred garlic, and you can buy that readily. It's readily available. It's a lot easier to use for any application, but to get the most flavor,
you can smell it. I mean,
yeah,
can't beat that.
That's right. We'll add this garlic in there.
Now you were starting to tell me a little bit about Go Texan Week.
Go Texan added a restaurant division a few years back. Now every year, usually around the end of July, they have what they call the Texas Restaurant Roundup. It's going to be from July 25th to July 31st, and some local restaurants, Texas-based restaurants will be highlighting specific menu items that are produced completely by using Texas produce or Texas meats or Texas products.
Right.
So look for Go Texan in your Texas Monthly magazine, or go to GoTexanRestaurantRoundup.com. Most restaurants that participate are donating 10% of the proceeds of those dishes to their local food banks. We will be participating, and our proceeds will be going to Food Bank Argentina.
Which is a great cause.
Absolutely. It doesn't get any better. So our garlic's going. What we'll do is lower the heat and just have this simmer a little bit. What you don't really want to toast the garlic for this dish. You just want to cook it so that the garlic starts to release its flavor into the oil.
Okay.
I'll take some of these stewed tomatoes and dice them up. And a rough chop here will work just fine.
Okay. Now this is gonna go inside along with the garlic?
All this is gonna go right in there. So if you want something nice and chunky, this is the way to go. If you have some tomatoes that are reaching that overripe point, you can cook them off, stew them, peel them, and those will be perfect for this sauce. Otherwise, just go out and buy canned, whole, stewed and peeled canned tomatoes. So this can be really nice.
So it's more of a chunky, fresh.
Yeah, very
sauce,
fresh tasting. We're gonna add some herbs to this a little bit later, and this is gonna be beautiful. All right, so our garlic's ready. We're gonna add some crushed red pepper. We're gonna go right into the oil too, so that this, it starts to flavor up the oil. We don't want to toast it. So our next move is to get all these tomatoes back into that pan. And slide it over like so. There you go.
You can see that our garlic was already turning a golden color in there.
We'll add the rest of this sauce. And let that go for just a few. Once it comes to a simmer, we're going to add everything else to it, let it go for about 10 minutes, and we're done.
Beautiful.
So we're going to take a bunch of basil. It smells nice, huh?
Yes,
You just get a rough chop in here. I absolutely love basil. So I'm just going to put a whole bunch in there. We've got some fresh oregano here. And
so
just roughly chopped
up.
that.
That's what I was gonna say. So everything is just on a rough.
Oh yeah,
chop.
Italian cooking is all about rustic. It's all about being rustic. So there's nothing, nothing has to be uniformed when it comes to the presentation here.
You can smell it already.
And we've got a great tomato sauce.
Great. So how about we throw it to a little break here?
You bet.
And when we come back, we'll start on our next sauce.
Fantastic.
Great. Don't go away.